Okay, picture this. You wake up tomorrow, grab your coffee, check your website analytics, and boom, a massive chunk of your traffic is just gone. No warning, no penalty from a search engine, just completely vanished. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Well, for a lot of digital creators and businesses right now, this is literally their reality. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a massive, game-changing shift happening across the web. We are moving away from traditional search engines and diving headfirst into the era of AI search. If you want your brand to actually survive, and hey, maybe even thrive, you've got to know what's happening behind the curtain. So let's just get right into it. Now, if you're feeling a little panicky about your traffic suddenly dropping, honestly, your feelings are totally valid. Look at this data. A staggering 64% of searches now end without a single click to an external website. We call that a zero-click search. And guys, it gets crazier. Organic click-through rates for searches that trigger an AI overview, they've plummeted by 61%. People are just asking a question, getting their answers straight from the AI right there on the search page, and then moving on with their day. They never even visit the source websites. All right, Section 1, the zero-click search era, and the official end of those 10 blue links. Think about it. For over 20 years, the internet had one simple rule. You search for something, you get 10 blue links, you click one. Well, that era is over. Look at this comparison. On the left, we've got the old world of traditional SEO. It was kind of like yelling the loudest to get someone to walk into your store, right? You stuffed keywords, you wrote super long blog posts, you tried to rank pages. But the new world on the right, generative engine optimization, or GEO, it's a completely different ballgame. You aren't trying to rank a single link anymore. You're trying to build topical authority and be the ultimate trusted source of truth so that the AI actually reads your stuff and summarizes it for the user. Moving on to Section 2, let's talk about ranking versus synthesizing and why your traffic might be tanking. To really grasp why traffic is dropping, you have to understand the nuts and bolts of it. Back in the day, a search engine was basically a librarian. You ask a question, they hand you a giant stack of books, and you have to read them yourself. But today, as you can see in this flowchart right here, it acts more like an expert consultant. You ask a question, the system grabs all the raw documents, and then a summarizing model actually reads them for you. It synthesizes all that data into one direct answer. Your website isn't the final destination anymore, guys. It's just the raw material feeding the AI's brain. Which brings us to Section 3, the existence gap. This massive shift creates a really terrifying threat called the existence gap. In the old days, if you were stuck on page 2 of Google, you still technically existed. Someone persistent could scroll and eventually find you. But with AI search, if the generative model doesn't include you in its one synthesized answer, you literally do not exist to that user. Poof. Invisible barriers just block you out. It's pretty simple. If the AI hasn't read enough about you in its training data, it physically cannot recommend you. It doesn't even matter if you have the absolute best business in the world. And we can actually prove this training bias by looking at the numbers. Researchers did this fascinating study where they asked different AI models to recommend brands using the exact same English language questions. What happened? Well, the Chinese AI models recommended specific regional brands almost 89% of the time, while international models like GPT-4 only mentioned them about 58% of the time. This means an AI's ability to see you depends entirely on the specific cultural and geographic diet it was fed when it was being built. Okay, Section 4. Let's look at the AI citation paradox. Now, I know all this sounds a little doom and gloom, but there is actually a massive, massive opportunity hidden in all this data. We call it the AI citation paradox. Yes, your overall traditional clicks might be shrinking, but the clicks you do get from being cited by an AI, they are pure gold. Check this out. If an AI explicitly cites your brand, your organic click-through rates shoot up by 35%, and paid clicks jump an insane 91%. Why? Because the AI did the heavy lifting. By the time someone clicks your link, they are validated, highly interested, and completely ready to buy. All right, Section 5, the fun part, how to actually optimize for AI. So how do we actually do this? Here are some rapid-fire, proven tactics you can use right now. Number 1, fact density. AI models absolutely love statistics, clear facts, and an objective tone. Give them the hard data. Number 2, schema markup. You have to structure your website's code so the AI can instantly read what you do, where you are, and your FAQs. Number 3, recency refresh. AI craves fresh information. In fact, over 65% of citations come from content published just in the last year. Keep it fresh. And finally, third-party citations. If you add credible statistics and cite other sources in your own content, it can actually boost your AI visibility by an incredible 115%. You're basically borrowing their authority. Now, if you're in retail, listen up, because there is a major exception here, called the e-commerce anomaly. Look at this table. In healthcare, there is a huge 75% overlap between pages that rank well on normal search and pages cited by AI. But for e-commerce, that plummets to just under 23%. Think about it. When you search buy running shoes, the AI doesn't want to write a novel. It just wants to show you a grid of shoes you can buy. So retail brands need a dual strategy. Keep doing traditional technical SEO for your actual products, but use AI optimization for your buying guides and blog posts. So what are the immediate steps you should take? First, audit your current site. Find out where you're currently invisible to the AI. Second, modernize that schema code we just talked about. Third, simplify your content. Stop writing massive, dense walls of text. Break them down into short, punchy expert segments. And fourth, strengthen your local signals across all directories online. You really need to start today, guys, because it takes anywhere from 90 to 180 days for these AI engines to actually ingest and trust your new content. Let's look at a super cool real-world example of this. This is a local pizza shop. Before optimization, if you asked an AI for things to do in New York, the AI completely ignored the pizza place. It just spit out big landmarks like Central Park. But after applying those exact tactics we just discussed, fixing the data structure, adding citations, the AI literally rewrote its own generated narrative to recommend grabbing a slice at that pizza place right at the start of the day. You are actively engineering your brand directly into the AI's thought process. How wild is that? All right, final section, section 6, building your data moat. If you want to survive this zero-click era in the long run, you can't just rely on quick little hacks. I love this quote here. The limits of a brand's data boundaries define the limits of its market frontiers. Basically, you have to build a protective data moat around your business. How? By answering literally every single related question in your niche. You make sure your website's technical code is absolutely flawless, and you ensure your brand is cited on the exact directories and platforms that these AI models use for their training data. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one big provocative question to chew on. Are you building for the algorithm of the past or the AI of the future? Because the days of mindlessly stuffing keywords into a blog post just to rank on a list of 10 blue links, those days are totally over. It's time to step up, get your facts structured, build that data moat, and really start optimizing for AI synthesis. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. And seriously, go look at your website today, but try to look at it through the eyes of an AI.